Yo, my people, them CFC, Realist Blue, back with another video and match review settings. Chelsea won, Leicester nil. Fam, you take a step closer to getting Champions League football. I'd like to thank you all for your comments in the watch along. Love for your support. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Let me know who impressed you the most, man. Because today's game, it wasn't an easy match, man. It wasn't an easy game. It should have been, but the performance that we done, it was decent, but we just couldn't score too many goals. Hence why the 1-0, scoreline. But hey man, let's just get into the match review. And obviously we start off with the team news. Robert Sanchez was in goal. But Wesley Fofana returned to the lineup. Tosin, Levi Cole was in the centre backs. Marc Cucurella was the left back. CDMs, Enzo Fernandez, as well as Moises Caicedo. On the left, we had Christopher Nkunku. On the right, we had Jadon Sancho, Cam, Cole Palmer, striker, Pedro Neto. And honestly, once I saw this lineup, I'm like, it's good enough to get the win against Leicester. Like, Reece James missed out due to an illness, but I knew that we didn't necessarily need him to beat Leicester. But we made it very difficult for ourselves, man. Like, in the first half, we had at least like 10 shots, 4 of them on target. But the biggest highlight of the first half, Cole Palmer misses a penalty. He missed a penalty. And honestly speaking, before we even got that pen, we should have had one before that, in my opinion. But the referee didn't give it. But what's new, man? If we're gonna be honest when it comes to Chelsea, what is new? So but Cole Palmer eventually gets a penalty. Jadon Sancho gets fouled, and Cole Palmer steps up. Maybe it's to do with the fact that the goalkeeper took a little bit long, so that we had to wait for our penalty to get taken, and maybe that threw off Cole. But hey man, I'm trying to make excuses for him at this point, man, because right now he's going through a bad spell, and we got Arsenal next. So I hope that he's on top of his game for that match because he hasn't scored or assisted in such a long time. This is the longest drought for Chelsea. So I just hope that going forward, he just starts to score and assist more because we desperately need him. We're trying to get Champions League football. He's helped us so much already this season. He has 20 goals and assists in the Premier League already. But he hasn't scored or assisted for the last 4 games. So, hey man, I really hope that he's calm. I really hope that he just cracks on because there's gonna be people out there. I'm seeing people say, "Oh, Enzo Maresca, he's to blame. He's made Cole Palmer worse." Doesn't make sense because the start to the season that he had. So for me, doesn't really make sense. Cole is just going through a bad spell, and top players go through that. Many top players have gone through that, and Cole Palmer is still a top player. So for me, I just hope that he just rediscovers his form because we're going to need him. We have big games coming up, big games. But in the first half, Leicester didn't do enough to get anything. They had one shot on target in the first half, one shot overall. But Robert Sanchez, the defense, they nearly scored an own goal. That is insane. But thankfully, we didn't concede that goal, man. Thankfully, we didn't concede it. So yeah, man. When it comes to the first half, we deserve to be in the lead, but Leicester, but we didn't score the goals. But in the second half, things changed. We stepped up the gear, in my opinion, and Cucurella, one of the most consistent players in the team, top 5 most important players for Chelsea. For me, the goal you scored today, when we need wins, when we need our players to turn up, you turned up. That goal you scored out of nothing. Enzo Fernandez gets the ball, switches it to you. You're outside the box, left foot, bam, bottom corner. That is what you done, and you helped us get the win today. You should get man of the match just for that because you was very, very good today. And what's new? When are you not very, very good? When are you not? You have stepped up so much in the last couple of years from last season to this season. It's immense, fam. And I applaud you, Cucurella. Big you up. Big you up, man. But yeah, we get that goal. But then after that, we're just sitting deep. We make substitutions. Cole Palmer gets taken off. Wesley Fofana gets taken off. Tyree George comes on. Trevor Chalobah comes on. Eventually, Nkunku gets taken off, and we bring on Josh Akumpong. He comes on. We're going very defensive, trying to secure this win. And thankfully we did, because this helps us move so many points clear of a team like Bournemouth, who dropped points today. We're 2 points clear of Manchester City, 3 points clear of Brighton, who are 6th. And Bournemouth, they were 2-0 up and they bottled it to Tottenham. Big up Spurs. You don't hear me say that often, but big them up, because they came back from 2-0 down to help us get more distance between teams that are trying to get Champions League football. And that is the main thing. We are now 2 points behind Nottingham Forest, who we play on the last day of the season. If we get points against Arsenal, then boy, if we get a win against Arsenal next week, then for me, that's going to secure Champions League football. We have to win that game. If we win that, there's no way we don't get Champions League. There's no way, because you got teams like Brighton and Man City who are going to play each other. Someone's going to be getting points taken off. So for me, I just hope that the man down continue to do what they're doing, just get the wins. It was not pretty today. It was not pretty, but we got the job done, and this all that matters. How we get Champions League football, I'm not too fussed about. It's just the fact that we have to get Champions League football, man. And Enzo Maresca, you done well today. Obviously, the team, the way we played, we created enough chances. Should have scored more goals, but we didn't. Leicester were rigid. They didn't give us too much space, but they didn't help themselves either. So by not creating too many chances, so thank God. Even in the last minute, these guys, someone squared it into the box, and if someone was there, we might have conceded. But thankfully, no one was there. Thankfully, no one was there. So I'm very happy with the win. How we get it, not too fast. The only thing that matters is the 3 points, getting us back into the Champions League. And when we have teams like Arsenal next week, we need that. Lavia didn't come on today, who was on the bench. Caicedo didn't get booked. He's going to be available. We need this, especially before we go into international break. So I'm very grateful for the win, because every point matters at this point of the season. And like I said, I thank all of you guys for your support on the watch along. Thank you for everything. And yeah, man, Chelsea get the win thanks to Cucurella. Goal from Cucurella helps Chelsea beat Leicester at Stamford Bridge. That's like 3 games in a row we've won at home now. So yeah, man. Happy days. Bournemouth drop points. Happy days, man. But you guys, thank you for your support. Make sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you guys soon. I am CFC Ridders Blue, and I'm out. Peace. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea.